Well, hi there. Welcome back again. We're finishing up this example one. We did part A in the previous video. We're going to do part B and C in this video. And I'm going to do part B and C a little bit faster. So feel free to pause or replay if you need to. So for part B, I'm going to use the same strategy. I'm going to look for A intersect B. And I want to see what is going to be the elements that they have in common. Well, A has a 2, B does not have a 2. A has a 4, B does not have a 4. A has an 8, B does not have an 8. And 1, 3, and 5 are not in A. So it turns out there is no intersection. Well, if you think back to the video or the reading, what do we call it when the intersection, when there are no intersections, there's no overlap, there's no values that are in both of these sets? Do you remember what we call sets that are like that? These are going to be mutually exclusive because there's no intersection. Or there's no overlap, or the intersection is the empty set. There's a lot of different ways you can say this. So I'm going to draw this Venn diagram a little bit differently because I know that these two sets do not overlap. So I'm going to have set A over here, but now set B I'm going to make be a separate circle because I know they don't overlap. They're mutually exclusive. There's no elements that they have in common. So now I'm going to fill in A is 2, 4, and 8. B is 1, 3, and 5. And I've got to remember my universal set. So let's see. 1, I got a 1. 2, I got a 2. 3, I've got. 4, I've got. 5, I've got. Ooh, 6. I don't have a 6. So 6 is going to go outside. I need a 7. I don't have a 7, so I'm going to put 7 outside those circles. And then I've got 8. So now I have the numbers 1 through 8, with these three numbers being in set A, these three numbers being in set B, and that leaves us 6 and 7 that are outside the circles, but inside the box because they're part of my universal set. Okay? So now let's take a look at part C. Okay? So let's take a look at part C. Let's make sure I get all this. All right. So for part C, again, I'm going to look for what's the intersection. What are the overlapping elements? Okay, 3. 3 is an overlap. 6 is an overlap. And 8 is an overlap. Okay, well, now I notice something a little bit weird here. The overlap is the entire set B. So what that's telling me is the entire set B, is inside set A. We call it a subset. We say B is a subset of A. Okay? So when I draw this again, it's going to look a little bit different than maybe some of the Venn diagrams I'm used to. So I'm going to have my rectangle for the outside for my universe. Here's my universe. Now I'm going to have set A, but remember, what did we say about set B? The entire set B is inside of set A. So actually, if this is A, set B is going to be entirely inside of set A. So set B has 3, 6, and 8. Set A has 1, 3, but I've already got 3. 6, but I've already got 6. We need a 7. And then 8, but I've already got 8. So notice, all of these are inside circle A. 1, 7, 3, 6, 8. All of these are inside set A. And then within set A, we've got this other little piece here that has the 3, 6, and 8. It's kind of like an egg, right? All of these are inside the egg, and set B is kind of like the yolk of the egg, the yellow part of the egg. It's like a different color that's inside the egg, but it's all still part of the egg. It's all still part of this set A. And then I just want to check to see if there's any missing numbers, right? I need 1, I've got 1. 2, I need a 2. 3 I've got. 4 I need. 5 I need. 6, 7, and 8. So 2, 4, and 5 are not in set A. They're not in set B, but they're in my universe. So I'm going to put them on the outside. And then this is my answer for part C. So just a quick recap. This was the answer for part A. So if you want to check your work on part A, hit pause. This was the answer for part B. If you want to check your work on part B, press pause. And this is the answer for part C. If you want to check your work for part C, press pause. Well, thank you so much for joining me for example 1. Maybe you'll come back and join me for example 2.